Dhruv, what is your sense of the sector you would belong to, real estate? What is, the big hit, of course, everybody's talking about the indexation going away. What are your thoughts? We were discussing that before the session started. Let's hear from you. What do you think about it?
So look, let me take a step back, away from the budget and just look at the residential real estate sector. I think between 2013 and 2021, we saw like an extended down cycle. Every time the market looked to come back, we had events. There was demonetization. Then there was the introduction of the RERA, which kind of led to developers having to recalibrate how they operated. Then there was the whole issue around GST, then there was the NBFC crisis, and then there was, of course, COVID. But since then, the residential real estate sector has sort of, started looking up. And I think, we are firmly in an upcycle for residential real estate. So there's nothing in the budget which I think suggests that there's anything negative. If anything, there are, a few positives. I think, one of them is sort of the whole Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana PMA 2, which has again allocated almost 2.2 lakh crores towards the urban component of PMA, which I think is a big positive. This whole thing around transit-oriented development, which will give an impetus to development. Government said 14 cities with population of more than 3 million. I think that will help development as well. Plus, I think the big spend on infrastructure, I think 11 lakh crores once again for infrastructure, I think is overall a great boost for the real estate sector. I think a lot has been discussed around this news, the introduction of, or not the introduction, rather the change in how capital gains in real estate will be taxed. It used to be 20% after indexation. Now indexation has been removed and it's been reduced to 12.5%. I don't think it's going to have any real negative impact on the sector if you look at it from a long-term perspective. In the short term, people are a little concerned that, are we going to pay more taxes? Frankly, it all depends on when you bought the property, where have you bought the property, how much appreciation the property has seen. So it's really hard to nail down and say it's good or bad for the sector. I think if you're an end user buying a home, it doesn't really make a difference. If you're an investor who's looking to make gains, I always remind people that, first you make the gains, then you pay the tax. So I don't think it's going to be a major derailer for the sector in any way. What I really liked in this budget was, I think the first time, I think the centers come out sort of suggesting to the states that look at reducing stamp duty. They've spoken about reducing stamp duty for women, which will obviously have a positive impact, drive home ownership for women, but at the same time also encourage, first-time home buyers. I've seen stamp duty being used as a tool globally to kind of balance demand for residential real estate. For first-time home buyers, there's usually a discounted rate, which encourages people, first-time home buyers, to buy a home. And for people buying a home for a second or third time, which basically goes into the realm of investment, their stamp duties have been raised by other countries to deter that, so that there is no speculation. So I think we should, increasingly look at stamp duty as a tool to manage demand and supply in real estate, prevent speculation, as well as give encouragement to first-time home buyers. Although I recognize it is a state subject, and the center cannot do much about it other than sort of, suggest, give indications like they have given in this budget. But I think it's a good move, in the right direction.